Greetings everyone, I'm Joe Craftness and welcome to Minecraft SMP. I'm playing on the 3rd Echelon server, and actually I joined the server at probably around this time of the year, but in 2013, so that was last year. So it took me quite some time to manage to get to record a video on this, but here we are. This is a private whitelisted Minecraft server owned by a guy named Cypress. And actually you really should check that guy out, and also the other members on the server. I'll put their channels in the video description down below. So where I'm at right now is basically the area around the world's spawn point. And the basic idea with this is that each of us gets the opportunity to set up like a little village type of deal. For example, up here you can see a deserty type of area, which is being built by Paul, and then where that little green arrow is, it's like a food themed village, and I'm literally right in it, and Cypress is working on that. So there are also a few others around, but what I'm currently working on is my western town. And down here you can see the main part of it, and right off the bat you'll notice that it's located in a desert area, but its ground is kind of brownish on the map, and we'll get to that right now. So I've got my horse leashed up here, and we'll ride over real quick. By the way, you'll notice that there's quite some structure and builds around the server that you aren't familiar with, but we'll get to that from time to time. I noticed that I really don't have a name for this horse just yet. Gotta say, it's quite a good one. Has a decent speed to it. Alright, so there it is. There's my western town. It's called Old Dustville, which I find quite fitting. And the brownish kind of floor or ground on the map is this dirt soul sand mixture, which for me is kind of like a muddy area, but also like dry. So it's kind of like a dry, muddy, sandy type of deal. You know what I mean? And I think that kind of sums it up quite well for what like Wild West towns would usually be built at. So with this kind of style, it's kind of like, I almost want to say cartoonish, because at one side it's kind of really simple and plain and slick, but it's also pretty detailed, especially the front, because if you've watched any like Western movies or seen pictures from Wild West towns, then the front is really the main detailed area or part of the build, because that's what is mostly gonna be shown up, and the rest is kinda just not that detailed. So I've got a couple houses here and also a water tower, and I'm planning to add a house like just today, and I just want to record the process of this getting bigger and bigger and getting more detailed and cooler and more like a western town should be. So it's turning nighttime, and I'm just gonna sleep the night away and get some materials to start a new house. So I've got my bed up here. Alright, so I've collected some stuff. At least it's gonna be enough to start it off. And first of all, I'm gonna need to find a spot where to put that house, because it's gonna depend on my future plans for this. So I guess I'm gonna make a turn like right behind that water tower, and it's probably gonna have to go here because this is just gonna be a straight row of different houses. So I might have to put that sand away, or like just dig away part of it, or maybe all of it. But as you might have noticed already, there's different kinds of houses, obviously. So, for example, this one would kind of be like a, I wouldn't say hotel, but probably a hotel. And this one is like a small bank building, so we got that kind of dollar sign up there. And if you go in, I haven't gotten them all decorated in the interior, but this is kind of like the bankers area. But that's gonna all be decorated a bit more later on. And this is like a chief thing probably. And now the new house I want to add today is like a probably like a house that a married couple or a small family would live in the Wild West. So it's quite different from the others, and I'll just have to put down the basic layout. So different to the other ones, which are mainly out of wood, this is gonna have a base out of stone bricks. So I guess they're gonna go like right about here, or maybe a bit closer, like just one block. Alright, so it's gonna have a 2 wide door for that purpose. You gotta change stuff up a bit, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna leave it exactly like this. I might move it a bit later or what. Can always do that. Alright, so if you've noticed that all these houses have like a kind of a roof at the front wall to cover up this walkway or like balcony thingy, whatever. And that just makes it look really westerny and unique to the style. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll see you back when I've gotten a bit more done. Okay, I'm looking to make a diamond axe and enchant it, because I don't really have a good diamond axe yet, and I need to collect some more spruce wood for the western town. So let's craft this, and I've got a temporary enchanting setup somewhere around there. And I'll need some lapis. Still getting used to that new enchanting system. And I've got my temporary storage room down here, this basement underneath the bank building. Alright, some lapis. And there we go, 3. And by the way, these chests are horribly unorganized, but it's probably just a temporary storage room. And I'll also need some cactus green dye for some stained hardened clay, which I'll use in the western house. And this is a really cool feature. It has like this room, the basement has like some wooden planks to hold up this ceiling. Alright, so let's quickly go enchant this. And I just noticed I don't have full 30 levels, so let's just kill like one of these or 2 of these chickens. There we go, 30 levels. And yeah, let's see what we'll get here. Efficiency 3, well, that's our only choice, I guess. Alright, better than the iron one. I mean, the unbreaking 3 is basically all I need, and some efficiency. So as you can see, back here I set up like a kind of natural spruce tree farm. And I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and chop all of these down, because I'll need tons of spruce wood. Not only for this house, but for future builds in the western town. By the way, you might have noticed these bunnies over here. I haven't quite figured out what to do with these yet, but I just got them when they were added in the snapshot and we installed it, so that's that. And I chopped down all the spruce trees and gave us like almost 3 stacks of wood, which is great. So now we can keep on building on this house. And you see I basically set up the default layout for it, and I know it looks really bad right now, but that's the thing with every build at the start. It's not gonna look any good, at least with most of them. So it'll get better from time to time till it reached its final point. Now I need to put these spruce fences around the walkway here, and I'm gonna work on this. Let me remove that because it's gonna be annoying when walking up there. And let's move it over here. I just like these small details with the soul sand. It brings some more texture in the stuff. Now you see this wall is really plain, and we're gonna do some stuff to fix this now. So first of all, I'm gonna make some spruce stairs, or actually quite a lot, because I need them anyway. And we'll put in a border like right here where this row of stone bricks goes along, and that'll already add some depth to the front wall here. And it also connects to the door here, and I don't know, it just like puts things together. And it also gives this kind of overhang from this wall over that. So that's really cool. There we go. And now another thing we can do is I like adding some stairs into the walls. Not just spam them somehow, but really do it at specific points where there's some really rough spots, because this wood doesn't really translate to the stone brick that well because they're so different. So I'll just put in some upside down stairs, and you see it already has that kind of rounded shape. And what we can do now is add some windows, of course. which I guess we'll put here because that's really the only spot, and also looks fine, I guess. And what I've done, like basically on every window here and door as well, I'm adding like stairs all around. It just really gives more detail to the walls. And you see on top of this door I have like a half slab. It's just small things like that that bring more life to the build. So we'll just put a stair here and on top of this one as well. And then for the lower windows we're gonna use iron bars like this. Alright, you see it already looks way better than it did a second ago. Okay, now there's this really huge part of this build which is a kinda small roof on top of the door. So when you walk in you have something to stand underneath. And I'll make some fences for that. I'll probably need quite a lot. Alright, there we go. I just made fence gates. Awesome. Well, we can need those as well. Okay, fences. Gonna need some more. Man. Alright. And now I'm kinda getting this along the stairs, and I don't really like how this connects here, this fence, but I still want to have it there, so I'll put down an upside down stair here. And usually this wouldn't work because it would look like this, and that's not good. But this half slab just fits perfect to cover up this hole, and you wouldn't even notice it as a stair. It just looks like a full block, and there we go, it's not connected anymore. So that's some cool trick for you. And it's getting nighttime again. But as you can see, we already made this look way more interesting, and I think it already fits into this row of houses here. So I guess I'm gonna sleep the night away again and work a bit more and give you another report. Alright, so I was just gonna start building this small roof in front, which you see I already put these stairs to it. But then I thought I should build this together with you, because I see a lot of people having trouble with shapes and like curves and stuff like that when it comes to building, and it's really something people would notice first, and something that really makes for a good roof or anything like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna start with a really flat, or like a completely flat half slab row, and then you don't want to directly go up with a stair or anything, because that's gonna be just too much transition. So you gotta get a really smooth shape. So I'm just gonna build this one part here, so you really can check it out. Alright, so that looks really flat. But now when I'm adding this stair here, you'll notice that it has a really round shape to it, and that's great. That's just what we want. So exactly the same right here. And then for up here, because I have these stairs, they are supposed to be holding it up and be a little support, I'm just gonna put a half slab again. and that really gives it the illusion that it's connected properly to this, and also to this border that I put here. And by the way, this sand here, as I said before, I'll have to put that back, because although I'm not sure how big this house is gonna be, probably not that huge, because it just doesn't make sense to have big houses in a western town, but still big enough that I'll have to move this, because I can't even start the back wall yet, but I'll do that off cam. So if I'll remove this dirt now, you can see this has a really smooth shape to it, and it's gonna look even better when the whole thing is done. But another part is this staircase that I started adding here. So you can see this is gonna be the main and the main and low or first floor, and it's gonna be reached through this main door. But then there's gonna be the second one, which is gonna be reached from the outside through the stairway, and that'll start right where this wooden board is. So as you can see, where I added these half slabs, they're gonna go all around, just like that. And that's just another really good thing for it to get more detail, and so the wall is not gonna be flat, which no one really wants, and it's not gonna look good if it is. So the door is gonna start right here, and we're gonna put down like a little balcony type of deal, because you don't want to directly go up these stairs and then there's the door here. It's gonna be really cramped, and I can't just put this balcony here. It's not gonna look good, and I'm gonna start a staircase that goes out further right here. And I'm not exactly sure how to do that yet. I'll probably have to bring this out even more, like this, and then bring this out, get my dirt, like that, not like that, like this. And as you can see, that's another transition. Then I might just put down a upside down stair, but not a normal one, but a curved one, like this, maybe. Or so I guess the fence is gonna go at this level, so I'm adding these stairs. And I'm not only doing these videos to show what I'm building here, which of course is my main idea, but I'm also trying to show some building techniques I use. And I think I'm not the guy who'd record a tutorial video just specifically to show off, to explain something. I more feel like it's gonna be better when I'll play the game and just do it naturally how I would. And then you're gonna learn from that, because I guess it's pretty easy to follow. I mean, these aren't any huge impressive builds that are gonna take hours to build, so that's something else. Alright, so I'll continue building this roof here. And by the way, this house is gonna have 2 floors, and there's always this, I have no idea how it would be called, but there's this kind of decoration top that usually goes only to on top of the front wall, and it's not gonna extend further back. I have something like this right here, As you can see, the front part is higher than the back one. It can also stack up and you'll see it better. Yeah, like that. And there's this white wool round design, and also back there, as you can see. And here, that's basically really like Western specific. I don't know where they got that from or what the purpose of it is, but that's just exactly what makes these houses. And I mean, as soon as you build a wall and you add this kind of thing, it really makes it Western-y. I'm not sure. That's just how it is. I mean, people know that out of movies and stuff, so I guess that's gonna be the reason for it. Alright. So, almost done with this. And this is gonna block, basically have a really nice illusion, because this roof, if you stand in front of the house, it's gonna block almost the whole wall. And then the further you get in, the more it's gonna show up, and it really gives a nice effect. And it also feels really cozy, especially if there's gonna be light here and at nighttime, to stand beneath this. So yeah, it's kind of hard to build here because I already put the fence down. Alright, let's get on top of that. There. And there. Cool. So as you can see, this front roof has like a really smooth shape to it. And I think, although it's really cool, it's still kind of flat, and that's something I'll need to fix. I think I'll probably add some fences just to make it look like a support. Yeah, and you know what? Just like a plain half slab deal. And that should already fix the problem of it being too flat. Yeah, it looks really cool. I like that. So as you can see, the house is really taking shape. And I'm just gonna stay up on nighttime. I'm not sure if it's a bad decision, but I mean, I keep getting interrupted by it. Okay, let's start putting down more of the second floor. And now it's gonna really get to the point where it's gonna look like a good house, because now I'm adding the second floor, and it's completely gonna be out of wood and also some colorful clay blocks. So yeah, the door is gonna be right here, so I'll put down more space to walk on. Oops, there's already a creeper down there. That's alright, as long as he doesn't annoy us, which he will, because I need to go down and craft more stairs. There we go. Alright, I hope this wood's gonna be enough, but I think it will. Okay. So, extend these fences and curve around. And that's another thing, like these kind of segments, like you see this, oops, this overhang right here, that's, or this stair even, I mean, That's already stuff that makes a wall look interesting and detailed. You don't have to always do stuff like that, because if you're gonna add parts that extend from a house, then it's already gonna add enough detail to make it look interesting enough. And I think that's what quite a few people get wrong while building, because they always think they have to build a wall and then put like tons of detail with stairs in, and it's just not gonna look right and realistic. So let's make these stairs thicker, because we don't want them to look unstable. Go. Not sure if I like that. I'm gonna work on this top part, and I guess I'm gonna make another cut, and we'll see you back with even more progress. Phew, so that took longer than I expected, at least until I got to the point where I really liked the build. So here's the reveal. Huh? What do you think? I mean, I decided that I won't complete it today, but at least the front is done, or the basic part of it is done, and I will work on the really minor details that are missing in maybe off camera, and show them to you next time. But I guess something we could do is add a little pattern into that kind of roof part I talked about before, and then we'll end this. And by the way, I added this door, and you can see here are like the little planks kind of nailed on that. I use these all around. I really like that. They add a lot of detail. And got these windows. I think it's cool. I like it. So let's go up here. Up here, and then need the crafting table, because I'm gonna do fences and fence gates. Right there. Gonna use birch wood for this, because you always need to mix up the colors. I need more. I got some sticks here, right? So fences. Man, my inventory is so full. Some more fences, and then man, this is horrible. Sticks. There. Why do you only get one fence gate when crafting? Don't get that. think. Man, this is taking ages. Alright. There. Okay. Cool. So I'm adding like a little pattern here. Plan something out before, so it won't look that plain and it's not gonna be like one layer. There we go. And then also these fence gates in between. I like combining fence gates and fences, not only for the use they're meant to be used for, like caging in animals or what, but I also like making designs because stairs aren't the only way to decorate. And I left that crafting table up there, but let's check that out, and it should really make it look cool. Yeah, I like that. That's a cool house. And it's gonna be even better when it's done completely, but I usually work like this because, as I said, the front is the most important part in this type of building style. So let's check how it'll look if you enter the city. Yeah, it's cool. I really like this small roof, man. It's really good. This side is still plain, but I'll figure something out. Yeah, I like it. Alright, so that's probably all about it, and I'm excited to work on this more with you and bring out more content on this, because now I've started it, I should really go on with it. So yeah, that's about it. I'm excited to bring you more of this, and take care.